Sorry about that, Country Comforters. A little technical difficulty there. Still getting used to this. Forgot to hit the go live button one more time. Must put a nice little big post-it note up in front here going, hey, dummy, hit the go live button. My bad. Sorry about that. So let's see here. I see we got Rick in the house already. Who else we got in the house going tonight? Let's see. I'm sure we got people that are eating and put some stuff out. Put some stuff out late, so may very well be that folks are eating. I think Chris and Amanda may join us at one point. We'll
Hmm.
see how everything comes out. But
The kids
anyhow,
might join us.
say again.
The kids might join us.
Kids might join us. Yes, indeed. We got a couple of special friends that might join us, and we'll see how all that runs. Got a couple of special things tonight. We're going to be talking about barbecue, and no, not stuff from the Green Mile. So there's no electric chair involved in this stuff. But man, I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. I got some shorts that I put together as we were doing this. So we're going to show bits and pieces of how we went ahead and put this together and talk about Mama's famous pulled pork barbecue. It's a little bit more famous and widely known than my pulled beef because just tried doing it with a chuck roast today. Mm,
Turned out good.
thank you, thank you. And
It was
Sheriff will be joining us shortly. He's still chowing down. Me, on the other hand, I'm stuck again looking at the food and didn't leave myself enough time to eat. So we'll juggle around at one point and let the other folks talk, and I'll disappear and maja a little bit. We might do it while we're showing a couple of the shorts. So, but as you said, today's discussion is about barbecue, and there are all kinds of different ways of doing it. You've got Southern style barbecue. God forbid, do not ever forget Texas barbecue. That is some of the most famous stuff in the world. There's Louisiana barbecue. You've got Chicago barbecue. You, you got all kinds of which one? So yeah, you got St. Louis. Yep, forgot St. Louis style. That's another real big one. Kansas styles, another one you've probably seen on shows. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it. You can do it with beef. Hey Beth, how's it going? Uh, Nuts. Well, you go on, get some sleep. Truth be told, and actually I haven't said anything about this. We got a storm going overhead tonight, so don't know whether we're going to have a full show or not. We'll see how it goes. Beth, you feel better? Get yourself some rest, and yeah, we'll leave some good bits for you for to get you hungry and get you going making some barbecue. Um, as I was saying, there's all kinds of different ways you can make barbecue. You can do it with chicken, you can do it with beef, you can do it with pork. Anybody got any other ways that you've seen it done? I know that there's supposedly a way where you can even do it with seafood, although I'm not holding my breath on that one. I'm a little skeptical where that's concerned. But I think there's a vegetarian barbecue you can do. Mama, you got anything from Canada that's unique barbecue wise?
um. Well, we did a goose one time barbecue.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, share the tale on that one. That's pretty cool sounding.
Basically, you roast it until it's pretty much cooked, and then you take all the meat off the bone, put it in a crock pot, and cook it the same as you would a roast or anything. And you put your
Nice.
barbecue and stuff. You just don't put the water in.
Gotcha. Wouldn't that have a lot of grease or a lot of fat content with it?
If you roast it on a rack so that it's raised up,
Got
all
it.
the
Okay.
grease will drain.
Got it. Got it. Gotcha. So cool beans. Hang on for just one second here.
And you put a little bit of sage in with it when you're making it, and it really adds a nice flavor.
And I am I'm being told that the sheriff unit on the premises has finally achieved a state of complete fullness. So he should be joining us here shortly. Give us a little bit of the take on Southern style barbecue,
Oh,
because that's something
how
that
much sugar did you put in my coffee?
put a spoon and a little bit, because I didn't sneeze, but I shook, and it shook out to a level amount. Why is it a little sweet,
Okay. No.
a little bitter?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it wasn't a full pot. I'm sorry, babe. It wasn't a full pot when I did it.
Ah, so
It
that's
was
why it's
it was it
strong.
was most yeah, it was most of a pot. Hey, look at it this way. This will give you that jolt to wake you up from your nap a little bit
My
faster.
espresso. I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning doing dishes.
No, let's not wake up to that again. That was
I
that
will be
was
right back.
something. Yeah, that was something. So yeah, so tonight, Mama usually does pulled pork. I've got a thing from that from earlier. I think it was the beginning of this week. We did pulled pork for her. And when she gets back in, I'll have her tell you about how she does her pulled pork, especially the trick she does to get it off the bone. It's pretty cool. Um, for me, I went out and I decided I wanted to take a look and see, because we've done a lot of the pork, different pork recipes recently, and I knew you could do chopped chicken. Um, but I want to see what there was with beef, because the last couple of times I've been out to a barbecue place, you got brisket that you could get sliced up and thin sliced and chopped up, and then you could add the barbecue sauce to it, but it just wasn't quite the same as pulled pork. So imagine my surprise looking around and seeing that the best recommended cut of beef for pulled beef is actually a chuck roast. And I know you guys heard me talking last week about the chuck roast, and the fact that come the end of the month, beginning of next month, I'm going to do burn ends for Mama as a little treat for her, because that's something she's not had before, and I haven't made it but once, and that's been a long, long time ago. So that'll be another fun one. So anyhow, when I went through and did everything today, did it up. I did several little shorts in the kitchen as we were getting this done up, and then did a couple of other shorts. A couple of them were a little bit longer, but they're all shorts, under 10 minutes, uh, and most of them around 5.5. And also did a little something something on the barbecue beans that we did for tonight. So spruce that up. One of the things I want to remind you guys of is you don't have to start everything from scratch. I'm not a chef. I've never had chef lessons in my life. I'm just a guy that 5.5 years ago quit smoking, got a sense of smell back, got my sense of taste back, and discovered that, yeah, daddy can cook. And just, man, took off from there. And it's the thing, you go in, you have fun. Once upon a time, many, many moons ago, the kitchen was the center of the house. That was where everybody gathered to eat. Everybody gathered together at the end of the day to talk about their days and share with the family. And we've really kind of gotten away from that. Um, it's kind of
Hey,
sad.
Chris.
Hey, there's my brother Chris. What you doing? What you up to, partner? We're talking barbecue tonight, and I know you got some stuff to talk about. So,
And I
maybe
think
at
you
one.
got a link, Chris.
Yeah, I did send you links. So you and Amanda both. So at one point, if you're feeling froggy, jump on over, and we'll talk about it. I've got a special treat for tonight, since I got most of this prepared up before the show. I actually managed to download most of the shorts on making the barbecue. So we'll pop in and out on that as we're going. Up! Look who's down in the basement. Here he
Well,
is. Oh,
hello,
look at that.
CJ.
That's the
It's
that's
the
the
other
big man,
one.
CJ in the house. How you
It's the
doing,
other
sir?
one. Good. How
Yeah,
are
what you
you?
doing? Oh, I know CJ's
Good.
gonna be.
Where are you
I know
guys
CJ's
off
gonna be
to?
digging on the barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Where
Where
are
are
you
you
guys
off
off to?
to?
Hi, Jason. I'm Minty. We're dropping Derek and Spike off.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wait.
So,
hey,
run the-
Spike.
oh, look at the happy face on Spike.
Derek's already gone. We already dropped him off.
Derek's hiding in the back behind you, huh?
Oh no, we already dropped them off.
Oh, you already dropped Derek off. Okay. So we're on a Spike trip. We're gonna spike the spike. Got it. So
Did you guys go back to the place you were the other night?
No, not yet.
So,
Ah,
so tell Misty the plan. If it's our invitation, just say it on your live. If you give the okay, then you could do music with us.
What
Huh?
plan?
the
There's a
plan.
plan.
The plan is Misty says it's okay. Then you can do the music with us tomorrow and be on panel.
Okay.
oh, okay. Now I get it.
All the rest doesn't have to be said.
Gotcha. So you're gonna join us. You're gonna join us again tomorrow, CJ.
If Misty says it's okay.
Tell them what we picked up today for
Why would I have say?
I ain't gonna argue.
CJ. Tomorrow's guys' time. Okay. It's the guys chat. Okay. Just like your mom and Misty disappeared the other night when we started everything and we're gone for 20 minutes. Tomorrow we gonna have fun between the guys, talking stuff. So
Yeah.
Amanda just picked up on that and she says, "What are you doing tomorrow since the guys are going to be chatting?"
I'm available, Mandy.
Yeesh.
Said I'm available.
So
She didn't want to surprise you.
well, that was
Sorry,
cool. That was a good
That's
surprise.
awesome.
No,
Hello, Donna.
and CJ, we got to get you hooked up with me on Facebook so I can send you links too, Bubba. Ain't no reason why you can't come up here and be talking food too, dag nabbit. I know you can cook a little something. So
He
Definitely.
hasn't got his social medias back yet. We're just we're working on it.
gotcha. Okay. Sorry.
But he said to send a link and add him, and he'll add him. I'll add him for you.
Okay. That'll work.
Nice.
We're
Well,
working on it. It's
You got
come a
the-
long way.
you got the link. Hey, Donna. Donna, how you doing, lady? So,
Hi, Donna.
so
Hi,
like I
Beth.
said, yeah, like I said, we're up here talking barbecue today, and
Oh, sweet.
as I was saying earlier, I managed to get things done early enough where I've managed to download most of the shorts that I recorded while we were doing this. So tonight we're going to do a little something different, and we're going to show not just the recipe. And again, keep in mind, I've got some basics up here. I don't follow exact recipes. I'll take a look at it and I'll
God,
mix stuff
Donna.
together. Ooh, Donna, that's brutal. 115. I feel for you. Well, today's stuff, you'll be happy to know, did not kick up the heat in the kitchen. So you could have still been in the kitchen with the fan on and you'd have been all right. But getting back to the recipes, I'll show the recipe. You can follow it if you want. Like I always say, that the anything you're doing, my taste is going to be different from your taste. I'm not a chef. I'm just a guy who learned to cook, and has a good old time doing it, and wants to show folks that my wife is my partner in the kitchen. She's my partner in everything. We are very compatible in the kitchen. As a matter of fact, we can scoot around and cook a meal together without getting in each other's hair at all.
It
Well,
helps to have a nice kitchen.
okay. Every once in a while, she bosses me around because it's her kitchen and I just live in it. But that's a different story.
Yeah.
Anyhow, no, it's real cool. You take the recipes, and you know what, you make them yours. You do what you want with it. If you decide one spice isn't for you, we have Misty's got some limitations as to what she can and can't eat, and will and won't eat. And especially with respect to spices and hot stuff. So sometimes we have to get a little creative in altering the flavor on stuff so that it works with everybody. So let's see here. Okay. So Donna, sounds like you had a full busy day. Hopefully that wasn't all brought about because of the heat there. So So what we did today was we went ahead and we took a 4 pound chuck roast and we cut it up and we rubbed it. Yes, we rub our meat before we cook it. And we went ahead and added a butter mustard glaze over top of it that we brushed over top of it, dropped it down in the crock pot and got it going. Um, and oh, hey, there he is. We have Sheriff in the house.
What up?
There he is.
Hello.
What's happening? He who is now full.
Hi.
That's what was he said?
Hi,
Full,
Sheriff.
full as a tick hound, right?
No, full as a tick on a hound dog.
Yep. See, I don't have all those southern phrases down.
Yeah, it didn't
Howdy.
get quite that warm here, Donna.
Howdy,
Hello.
Chris, Amanda, and CJ. Miss
And-
Donna.
and
and
Donna,
everybody.
don't be teasing now. You're gonna do the wet T-shirt contest. We got to get some other ladies up there with you, and we need the cameras on.
Right?
So, yeah, we'll wait. I know. I'm still working on trying to talk Mama into it. So far, she shot me down completely, and without any remorse. Let me tell you. So
I gotta,
the sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Chris,
oh no,
what'd
I'm
you-
just thinking out loud. I'm not. I forgot to share you out. I'm gonna go do that right now.
Oh, okay,
I'm just thinking out loud. I'm
gotcha.
gonna go bang the.
Well, while Chris plays here, and I tell you what, Misty, you want to do me a favor and talk to everybody about your pulled pork barbecue, and let me try and download the rest of these shorts so we've got everything set.
Sure.
So
Also, I got you shared out on the Twitter, the Facebook, and my community tab. So,
thank
Oh,
you,
wow.
thank you. We'll see how many
Thank you.
folks we get here. So all right, well I'm gonna duck down for a minute and try and pull these shorts real quick. Misty, why don't you tell them about your famous pulled pork? And I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all have not had barbecue. I don't care whether it's Texas. I don't care whether it's Kansas. I don't care whether it's St. Louis. I don't care whether it's Southern. I don't care whether it's Chicago. Y'all ain't had barbecue till you've had Mama's pulled pork. That is the baddest ass pulled pork on the planet.
It's very basic.
I'll stack it up against everybody else, but she does it and she nails it every time because she's got it down to a science. So
don't
with that,
duck too hard. You might bounce your head off the desk now.
that's true. I might. So I'm a pop out here for a second. I'll be listening. Mama, you take it away. And if I'm still not back, Sheriff, why don't you talk about some of the southern stuff you used to do with the wings and things, folks, with your barbecue afterwards, and then we'll
Okay.
run some of the shorts here. All right, I'll be right back.
I can do that for you, Donna. It's very basic. If you got a pen and paper, you can write it down as I talk about it.
Grab your pen and paper. Hurry.
Let's go. I love me some pulled pork.
What I
It's-
do
it's-
usually is I'll get a pork roast with a little bit of, like, you know how you get a little bit of fat on the top of it? I'll usually look for that. And I usually use a crock pot to do mine, and I put it in frozen normally.
and cooks it all day long.
Yeah, I'll cook it for about 12 hours. But I'll put salt and pepper to taste, a little bit of garlic. You can use either fresh garlic or powdered garlic. I usually chop up 1 or 2 onions, depending on the size of the roast, and throw them into the pot. Everything just goes in. I put a little bit of celery cut up fine. And I'll vary, like sometimes I'll chop up a couple of apples, put them in there, like dice the apple up and put it in. It just depends. Or
Yeah,
I'll
and
put shredded carrot.
the acid from that apple also helps it tenderize it too.
Yeah, and I usually put a little shot of vinegar in with it. And then I'll put about 1 inch of water in the crock pot and just let it go. And then when I'm ready to turn it into
Oh, sweet.
pulled pork, by the time it does its 12 hours or so, it's falling off the bone.
Yeah,
Literally
good.
falling. And I just
It's-
take a fork and pull it off the bone, take the bone out. Add, what is it we get? The Rays.
yeah, sweet baby Ray's.
Yeah, sweet baby Rays, barbecue sauce, Usually about a bottle and a half of that. A bottle and a half of the large bottles. And I'll just pull it apart with forks and then let it go for about 20 minutes, half an hour longer, and let it kind of meld. And I'll drain off a lot of the fat and stuff before I actually add the barbecue sauce, so it's not quite so fatty. But and I use the fat to put over the dog's dishes.
I'll tell you what though, I would literally put her pulled pork up against some of the barbecue joints that I've eaten at home,
Yeah,
back in
like
Georgia.
it's very
It was
basic.
no problem. And I mean, she would give them a run for their money, that's for sure.
Hello,
Hey, Amethyst,
Amethyst.
welcome.
Yeah, I don't do fancy. I don't like fancy sauces and stuff. So I'm very much a home, I guess, home cook type person. Like home cooked meals are my thing.
But the thing about it is though, is your barbecue it would rate up there with an actual good pulled pork barbecue.
Yeah,
The only difference is between yours and like getting it out at a barbecue joint or whatever.
yeah,
Yours already has the sauce, and most of the time when you get pulled pork, they don't, and you actually have to add sauce to it.
yeah, which makes it dry when you get it.
Unless they do it right and spritz it, through the cooking process,
Yeah,
then it won't dry out on you. But yeah, you got to be careful with, with some pulled pork. That's for
oh,
sure.
Sheriff can confirm it. I got this last pork roast and I just about flipped.
Oh,
I
she
pulled it
is
out of the freezer and there was hardly any fat. They cut all the fat off of it.
she about to come unglued because there wasn't no end cap on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm old fashioned. I don't buy into this that pork fat and all that's bad for you. As long as you don't overdo it, natural is better. You don't
Well,
want all the processed foods.
our grandparents, like my grandparents, my grandmother, she lived till she was 94 and she
Mhm.
ate all kinds of crazy stuff.
I think it's honey barbecue.
It might be, it depends on what you fancy. You can get the honey,
Yeah.
the original or the spicy.
Yeah, it just
Whichever
depends on what you prefer to taste.
and it's
And you
like
can substitute any of the spices.
and it's just like Jason says, make it your own, Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the basic recipe, but make it your own. Um, I do that with every recipe. I mean, even when I was in culinary school, they gave us a standard recipe. I changed it. Yes,
Hmm.
it had the things that were supposed to be required in it, but I changed it. I would add a little something else because it didn't taste right to me. And
Yeah.
so that's what you do. You see a recipe and just build on it, and then whatever you think, okay, well, it's missing a little of this.
Yeah.
Throw a little bit of that in it.
Yeah. And to fix it, what I do is I'll take bread or a bun, I'll throw a cheese slice on it, put the pulled pork, and sometimes I'll put a little bit of coleslaw on top of it. Like Sheriff made coleslaw tonight that was just really good. I ended up having two helpings of it.
I,
Um,
I was hoping that you'd be able to eat it. That it would get soft enough where you'd be able to eat it.
yeah, yeah, but you can do like it's your preference what you do with it. And I have used some leftover pulled pork in the soup as well.
And
Now
and
Amanda has requested pulled pork tomorrow night now, so I thank you for that.
uh, and to add to
Okay.
that, Misty, you could actually use a little bit of that pulled pork to make barbecue beans,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yeah,
good. I mean, and barbecue beans are simple. They're
and
just
it freezes amazingly well, guys,
hmm
as well.
uh, she froze some and brought it back out, and we all we did was just put a little bit in a bowl and put it in the microwave. Add a little touch of barbecue sauce to it. It was just like it came right out of the crock pot when she made it.
All right, and I'll save them. I'm waiting on the
Nice, Amethyst.
last three
Okay,
to
it's Sheriff's
download.
turn.
Hey, Amethyst. Yeah, Sheriff, go ahead and talk a little bit about the stuff from down your way. And let me get these last three videos in. Apparently, the one for starting up the beans is a little long and a little cumbersome to download, so it's gonna be a minute longer.
Well, I was when I was in culinary school, I had to do my labs, as they say, and you have to actually work in a restaurant for 40 hours. And it just so happens a friend of mine actually owned a barbecue restaurant, and it was just a little. He made it out of an old Central Park building, so it was drive up, order, and pull up to the window and get it. And I would put his barbecue up with some of the top-notch barbecue joints that are, what is it, a chain store, as they call it. And I guarantee you he'd win awards with it because it is that good. And I learned how to actually prepare barbecue and actually do like ribs, pulled pork. I haven't got to do a brisket yet. Them dang things are expensive as all get out. And so that's my next thing, is to try to get a brisket or a half a brisket and try to do a good brisket. It's a smoker that we've got here that I brought up for Jason to try. I actually had a catering business back home, and the actual name of it was R&V Wings and Things. And we catered to weddings, special events, football games, whatever. And we did grilled hot wings. We didn't believe in the deep frying a wing. They're greasy and they don't taste as good. So we actually started doing it as grilled wings. We marinated our hot wings in either Frank's hot sauce or Louisiana hot sauce overnight, at least 24 hours. Then we had a spice rub that we made that has 11, 12, 13, something like that, different spices mixed together. And that's what went on when we put them on the grill. As soon as we got them out of that and put them on the grill, we spiced them and then started cooking. And we did pretty good. I mean, it is what it is, but we did a festival. It was called the Walker County Fair, and I did ribs for the fair. Got there early in the morning. It was still dark. We was already set up and everything, and nobody around. None of the other places that were selling food were around. So I actually got up and we got out there early and we started cooking ribs. Thank God for good old steam tables. Because that was the only way to do it, and I cooked my ribs about 3.5 hours, and they'll bone will slide right out, they'll slide right out of the meat. I tend to use apple and cherry wood mixture when I smoke because it's a subtle smoke. It's not real strong and pungent like oak or hickory or mesquite and those sort of things.
Chase,
I just like the easier subtle smokes instead of the harsh, just smack you in the face.
I like whichever smoke it was that you did here.
Is apple and cherry.
Yeah. Jason, Richard is in the basement.
Howdy, Richard.
He'll get to you as soon as he can, Richard.
But yeah, and barbecue is one of those things. You do what you prefer. Like Jason, he likes to do, like when it comes to ribs, he likes to do the St. Louis style, where I like to do a baby back.
Mute for a second, Richard.
The baby back ribs, I like doing those. Yeah, everybody's like, well, there's not a lot of meat on them. Well, you're not getting your meat in the right spots. That's all I can say. Because I look. I mean, when I'm going to buy baby back ribs, I will look at these ribs to make sure that there is meat on these things. Same with the chicken wings. I always had jumbo wings. I didn't serve them little one sniff wings. I actually served a jumbo size wing.
Huh. Yeah, I want to cut up some of that cherry that's out in the lot.
Yeah, it'd be good. Just cut it up and get it into little pieces and just let it dry out. And you've got a good wood to cook with.
Richard looks like he's zoning out over there.
No, I think he's trying to block out. Would be more. You still with us, big guy? Nod, shake your head, shrug your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Which way did he go?
Okay, that must be a picture or
I was
something.
going to say, it's got to be a picture because you don't look terribly happy.
No, I'm just exhausted.
Ah,
We had one of our friends over, her and her husband and her 3 boys.
gotcha.
Pancake
So,
with some that stuff.
Leonard and
We're
T.
inside.
yep. You got both?
Just Leonard actually just got picked up.
Ah,
Oh.
okay. Well,
Hi, Nana.
Hello,
Hi,
T.
Opa.
hello T. How you doing?
Hi, Nana.
Nana's
Love
Nana's
you.
Nana's the one that has the cute deer up on her.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hi,
Papa's the
Nana.
one that's waving at you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Nana.
Okay.
Hi, Trajan.
Well, thank you guys for stalling for me while I got the last of those videos downloaded.
Thank you.
So, tell you what we'll do. This is something a little
Hey,
different.
Donna.
Is rested Friday and Saturday on my birthday off. Party time. Cool. All right, Donna, we got to talk about that, and you tell me what you want to do food wise, and we'll cook it up and show it off. Kind of not totally fair, but think of it as a virtual catering. How about that?
Oh, that's
So.
cruel.
Well, we could catch some of the steam and the smell in a jar and send it to her
That's true. We
Well,
could do that.
if you really wanted to be.
And I could do
portrait
up a
potato.
birthday cake with the little sparklers on it and show it.
Hey, there you go.
I
There
don't
you
know
go.
how she could blow the candles out, though.
Honey, if it's a sparkler, you ain't blowing the candles out. So, well, Donna, my love, I hate to tell you, you're about to suffer. So, like I said, I did several shorts. Let me start this out here real quick. We're going to post this up just so everybody can see it. I'll leave it up for a minute or two. The cool thing with doing it this way is you can
Ooh.
stop the video. You can wind the video back. You can pause it and print and copy or whatever you want to do. And this will give you some ideas. But let me shrink this down here a little bit. That's a little big for everybody to be seeing. So let's pop this puppy down to I don't know, about 75%, and there we go. That should be enough to get everything on. So for this, we got the shredded beef, and again, this is just the basics that I worked with on this. So with this, we had some brown sugar. Started out with the little over a 4-pound chuck roast. Got the paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. I only added a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper because Mama doesn't like black pepper. So again, that's one of those things you got to flavor. You got to flavor it to taste. So the mustard, however, we did put a few more than 2 tablespoons of mustard in, and you'll see that when we get to the basting. Small box of beef broth, but only actually used about a half of it is all we needed for this. Didn't have any liquid smoke, so I substituted. There's a spice that's out there called Sweet and Smoky, and it's a nice one. Adds a little bit of barbecue flavor to it. Adds a little bit of smoke flavor to it. And then the butter gets mixed in with the mustard. You'll see that a little bit later. The barbecue sauce, I'll be perfectly honest. You can whip this up. It was hot enough today, and I got tired, and I actually laid down and took a nap. I cheated. I didn't do my own barbecue sauce. Terrible. But that's part of what I'm talking about. Is you don't have to do all this stuff from scratch. You can sit and use, just like what Mama says. We use the Sweet Baby Ray's, and yes, it is the honey barbecue that we use with everything on that. So I use that in lieu of making my own barbecue sauce. You can do it here if you want. The other thing I did add in was I added in about 3 good squirts of Heinz 57 steak sauce. And that adds a little switch to it. And also added, instead of apple cider vinegar, I used white vinegar. So long as you use it in small amounts, not a big deal. So, but that'll give you the basic recipe for what. And now we'll go through and hang on here, show you some of the videos for the share. So bear with me here. I'm gonna pop a little bit in between these because it takes a minute for them to load. So I have the first one queued up here. Hang on 1 second. This one's just a short.
Hey everybody, like I said, today we're going to be talking about barbecue. Summertime, it's a little too hot to heat things up in the kitchen, so we're going to do this one in the slow cooker. As such, since we're broadcasting tonight, had to get started a little bit earlier in the day so that we could have everything ready by the time showtime came about. As you can see, it's still fairly late earlier on in the day, and we are going to get started here. One thing we country folk do know how to do is comfort food, and barbecue is a big part of it. So let's get rolling here and get everything set.
Dagnabbit. All right, now.
Looking sharp in that video there, Jace.
Technical, looking fat, hot, and sweaty. I had just gotten back from one of my 2. I had to make a couple of trips out to Wally World today because I forgot a couple things when I went. So, all right, I'm gonna show the recipe again here as we talk about it, and then we'll jump into the fun part. So, give me a second here while we cue the second one up.
Yeah, I have holes in the back of my chair that it came with, and friggin' Loki's clawing the hell out of my back through it.
Ooh,
Nice.
ouch. Time to get a cat declawed.
I've been tempted, not gonna friggin' lie.
Hey, as long as you were not bent over on your hands and knees underneath the kitchen sink trying to fix something and have Loki come up behind you and go, "Oh, look, a mouse." I got a story I can share with that one. It's a
No comment.
ugly thing. Yeah, well, let me tell you, it's not. It ain't fun.
Howdy, corn cop. Oh, I mean corn pop.
Hi, Corn Pop.
Hey, corn pop.
Corn cob.
You came in just in the nick of time. Here we go with the next round, folks.
Right, folks, and for our pulled beef barbecue for tonight, here's some of the things that are going into it. You can obviously alter any of the the amounts here, and you don't have to go exactly by these amounts either. You flavor things to your taste. So that's some of the items that are involved in the beef side. And then if you want to go ahead and tinker with making your own barbecue sauce, here's some directions on the ingredients to whip together for your barbecue sauce. But hey, folks, listen, there's nothing wrong with using bottled barbecue sauce either. It's a matter of taste, it's a matter of time. And the whole point here is not to show you, like everybody else, how to go about making stuff the from scratch necessarily, but also how you can just do it to make things simple and straightforward for your family and everybody else. All
right, this time. Haha. Yep, that didn't work. All right, so we'll see if we can pop over here and load up the next one real quick. So there we go. No laughing at the big guy's face as I started the video. So.
Now, that being said about the ingredients, like I said, it's the idea here is to show you ways that you can make tasty, good food. You don't have to be a chef for. I'm not a chef. Never taken a lesson in my life. 5.5 years ago, I was a guy who quit smoking, got my sense of smell, my sense of taste, and decided Daddy can cook. So, started tinkering around with spices and different flavors, and it's all about finding what works for you, what you like, what turns you on, what flips your switch. Some people like spicier, some people like bland. I happen to like these crazy taste combinations that'll take you on a roller coaster ride through complex different flavors. It's really just something that I get a kick out of, and we're going to share with you guys. So, with that being said, we'll jump right into the segment of prepping up the beef for you. I'll have that next.
All right. That's out. Let's close this one. Now comes the fun. Here we go.
All right, everybody, here we go. Get this bad boy prepped up so we can get it in there. We have one large chuck roast, a little over 4 pounds. Got our butter and mustard, and got our rub set up over here. So first thing we're going to do is cut this bad boy into 4 pieces. And get it set here.
And may your knives stay forever sharp.
Yeah, that's one that bit him.
Yeah. Red and I have a truce on.
I'm not gonna lie, that's some nice marbling on that meat.
With knives.
Isn't it though?
Red one and I have a nice little
Hey,
relationship.
Danny. And it's not somebody snoring, it's Jason's breathing. He has asthma.
Yep.
You should
next part in.
Would you like a link, Danny?
Yeah, bring him on up if he wants to come up and talk about barbecue. He can give us the healthy version. So.
Put that on the bottom. Nice and rubbed in. Always rubbed up. And do we make a little mess when we cook? Well, yes, we do, but you know what? That's allowed because we look after ourselves. So that is an important part of cooking. Remember, you are doing this. You're responsible for your own messes too. A little bit here.
Danny, I loved your video the other day that you posted about goals.
Here. Go. To the side. All right. Here. Up.
Yeah, and guys, you'll notice cake pans are not just cake pans.
Yep. Technically speaking, if I'd have had more rub in there, I could have dropped them in there and rolled them around in the rub. But it's 6 1, half dozen the other. So long as you get the rub on it and you get the seasoning on it,
The same meat.
you're good. Don't matter which way you do it. That's the whole point to this. There is, if you're a chef, they're going to teach you one way of doing it. If you're not a chef and you're just cooking for your family or you're cooking for yourself, for yourself and your significant other, hey, what's right is what feels good for you. As long as
All right.
that you do.
Get this set. Now I'm gonna pick up.
So, yeah.
So, and this is not melted butter, but softened butter, brought up to room temperature and then stirred in with mustard.
About the flavor. Making sure everybody get up from the table. They are full. Nobody walks away.
See, I didn't even get to see this part, guys, so I'm learning too.
That's the right way. Now, you'll notice we're not glazing the bottom of it. Glaze all the way around, and this is gonna get down to the bottom of it as it cooks. It's gonna show itself around.
Yeah, didn't we spend like 2 hours prepping those ribs that one day?
Oh yeah.
No, it was 2 hours cooking the ribs.
No, there was one that you did that it took quite a while the first time.
Oh yeah, the first time we did it. Oh yeah. First time we did it, no argument. Yeah.
I think that was when Catherine growled
Yeah.
when she was eating them.
And the reason why you didn't see this is you were working on your video.
Yeah, no.
For your channel. And I think Sheriff was live at this point because I came in and bugged him to borrow his tripod.
No, I wasn't live.
Oh, weren't you?
I was actually just listening
with the and the mustard. The mustard's going to give a little bit of that acidic tang.
See, I didn't realize you put that much on it.
Uh-huh.
And the,
never knew, did you?
Not the safest way of doing that, but
basically what he's doing is doing a quick marinade.
Did you see Danny's comment down there?
Also going to preserve.
Oh, hang on.
I guess we get a little on
He says, now I got to go eat.
Oh.
Now, into the crock pot we go.
All right. So that's the preparatory. And do we have anybody we need to bring up?
Check your basement.
Check my basement. Nope. Looks like we're clear. All right. So back for the next round. And this was prepping the onion and the green pepper to go in with it. Now,
we'll add a little bit of goodies in. We'll be thirsty. Get some fine diced.
And if you don't have one of these choppers, guys, I highly recommend it.
Where's it still there?
Pour this.
No.
All right, I'll be right back.
You know, I grabbed one that didn't want to cooperate. There we go. This joker cut down real quick. And neat thing we're going to do, since we want to keep them nice and small here, is pieces, that is. We got one of our favorite slice and dice time savers.
Okay, Danny.
Cut these.
And apologies, guys. I didn't realize I was not completely in frame here.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. We can still hear you.
Usually gets a little tougher.
This is just cutting the fuzzy parts out.
Second. Like I said, not a perfect cook. Don't have anybody here doing ability to do shots, so you can see the good, the bad, and the ugly as it comes out. That's all part and parcel of the whole thing.
Yeah, and the dog usually ends up with any of the green pepper scraps.
For the house. I tend to do these in smaller pieces. I found It's easier on cleanup. It's also easier on the chopper. All the pieces that takes a little longer to do. But just laying down pulp side in and just snap it on down. And I'll show you what you end up with here in just a second. Once I get this bad boy cut up. It's going to be nice and soft and blend on in real well with everything once the barbecue's done. This is ready to pull. That was a little big. That was a little big. All right.
And before anybody asks, yes, I do shake.
Here. And down. 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 And down. This is what you end up with once you get done with it. Nice little pieces in here. So, do the onion a little bit differently. Probably some of you are going to look at me and go, "What the heck?" Just the way I learned to do it. So, take the bottom off. Take top off where the root is, or vice versa. I did learn which way to call those. All right. Go in here and peel the outer layer off. Generally cut through it, make life easier. You know, onions are like ogres. They've got layers. Okay to peel through. All right. Now what you do is you go back and find the hole that you started, or the slice you started. Go through. That whole thing set down. Over there. Check this out. Easy. Lemon squeezy. Slice through. Through. Yeah. Some of you do this differently. I've seen it done where you leave the root on and you slice up through that. Honestly, it's all the same. Oh, excuse me. All comes out the same. No big deal. But, nice thing is when you do it this way, one of the things I like when I cook is you get used to places everything is all uniform, all the same size, same everything. No personality to the food. So when I do
Personality issues.
That's right.
Things a little bit different.
Food has personality.
A little different size, a little different texture going through. No reason you can't make a meal something fun. So, all right. So that's what we're going to do. We're only going to put half of this in. The other half's going in for the other surprise for tonight. And that is our baked beans. So we'll be doing baked beans live on the grill. And I will be experimenting for the first time with a little live motion cinematography doing the baked beans. So we'll see how that turns out. All right. Into the crock pot with these goodies now.
All right. Got a real quick one here. Come on.
All right, boys and girls, see we got everything in the crock pot here. One last thing to add. I'm going to add about half of the box of this, the beef broth. Got to give a little bit of liquid to get in there to start the cooking so everything doesn't fry up. Now be really careful when you do this. That's another reason why I didn't put this on the bottom. Put the mustard and the butter on the bottom was because what you don't want to do is you don't want to wash off all those yummy spices and that yummy yogurt, mustard. Don't get old, folks. You start losing words. It's interesting, but you don't want to lose all that yummy spices. Those yummy spices. You spend all that time rubbing on and getting everything set up for. So Get it set here. We're going to go ahead and set this puppy on high and cover it up. And we will let the show begin. We'll be back showing you midpoint later, and then we'll show you the big reveal at the end. We'll go to shred everything up and get it all together. Hang in there. It's a-coming.
All right. Now comes the fun. Here is mid-bubble.
Hey, country converters. All right. Here it is, cooking away right before we get ready to start pulling it apart. So, sitting here cooking for several hours, most of the day. Get it pulled apart and then show you what the final product looks like.
That did not look all that pretty right there, but wait till you see. So, and here's the thing with that. By the way, I sounded a little tired. That's because I had just woken up from a nap. All right, campers, just to we've gone ahead and pulled the chuck roast parts out to shred them up. And once we get this shredded up, we'll drain the liquid out and go ahead and add the barbecue sauce. And we'll see how this here bad boy turned out. So next step is once we get this set, making the baked beans. And while this kind of sets up in the barbecue sauce, and then we'll have ourselves a little feast. So basically all you're going to do, there's multiple ways you can do shredding on this. Always got taught to do it with a couple of forks. So some people say they got other ways of going about it. Really not a,
The dogs are waiting down there for anything you might drop.
Shred it up so that you can get it back in.
That's Harley in the shadow to the right there.
With the
Yeah, it doesn't even get to survive the 2-second rule around them.
Piece here. Start at the edges.
And yes, this does take a little bit of time and effort to do, but it's part of what makes it worthwhile. You'll see once we get everything
all shredded
mixed up.
That's solid love into it, brother.
Barbecue added.
That's right.
So it takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of effort.
Perfect timing, Donna.
Look at how juicy that is. Yeah, it's some good stuff. Once we get the barbecue added to this, tell you what, your lips will beat your gums up trying to get this down to your tummy.
I'm telling you now, you get that stuff on your forehead, you get stuff to death.
Drained out. Get,
I don't know, Donna.
added and show you.
I'll try and throw in some of the better recipes for losing weight.
Made some
Hello.
homemade.
What kind of new flavor?
Tell the neighbors time.
Homemade.
And I threw one of those.
Potato salad. Not
Be
sure
patient.
if they're not, but
There, come.
just in case. So let's see
You
how
make
that
it for you.
goes. See you soon.
So that was shredding it. And see if I get a video on what the end looked like. I thought I did.
You did. I
No,
you did.
I know
I don't think I did. So I thought I did. But yeah, this is, yeah, well, it may be one of those ones that hasn't come through yet. So it's
Ladies and
being a
germs,
little
well, it
finicky.
turns out I didn't have any molasses, so substituted about a tablespoon and a half of syrup.
You might want to pause it and explain what you did.
Instead. That's it.
Yeah, I'm missing the video. So no, that's the one that was shredding. I think this was the one where I made the sorry, had them out of order. My bad.
All right, campers. Back putting the beans together here. Oh, yeah. First thing we do.
Oh, mute, Richard. Richard, mute.
We're not going to put it through that chopper. We'll leave the piece a little bit bigger, just for some texture. That's the way they normally come out. Much easier. All right. Again, cut out the.
So now you can see a little bit better about
No worries,
cutting
Rick.
the ribs,
Here.
cutting the ribs out.
And get down to the meat itself.
Yeah, our peppers and stuff didn't do very well this year because of the heat. Yes, corn pop. My grandson has one of those electronic goggles.
From
Either that or he's got one hell of a set of lungs. Actually, he's got both.
more complicated and involved.
Yeah.
To be perfectly candid, not something I get a real kick out of. But it is possible to do. Again, the whole point to this is not to find something where you're spending hours and hours in the kitchen, because let's be honest, we're all working, and you get home at the end of the day, and it's just not the easiest thing in the world to have to spend.
Yeah, we keep talking about getting them a drum set corn pop.
Sometimes you have one of those days where it just is not on the menu, as it were, pardon the pun, or the reference, to spend that extra time in prep work. Now, if you find cooking to be something that's relaxing and something that helps you shed the stress from the day, all right, well, that's fine. But the whole point is you don't have to spend $1 million. You don't have to.
I guess you could be thinking about your worst enemy when you're cutting up the veggies.
Food, for
Could.
yourselves, for your family.
Could.
And, that's kind of one of the things folks in the country know how to do is come up with some good comfort food. Something you just kind of kick back at the end of the day and relax. And enjoy. That's not to say that folks in the city don't have that same skill, but, it's a little different pace. Take this over and drop this in. So that's going to go in with the beans here. Once we get those added in a minute, and a few other little bits and goodies.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to walk out and put this puppy on the porch. Now, my technical crew here has not showed me yet how to go about setting this thing up so I can walk and stream with it yet. But that's my fault. I took a nap and I slept a little longer than I planned on. So we'll pause this one while I take this stuff out there and get it set up and going on the grill. And once we have it set up and running, we'll show you what it looks like as it bubbles on away. But the pulled pork, sorry, my bad. That's my wife's thing. The pulled beef is good to go. Run the taste test on it. I think everybody's going to like it and enjoy it. At least I hope so. That's the goal. And, see how all that goes. Look at that. One piece of onion. All right. I got 2 cans of baked beans. We're going to pop open over this. Again, like I said, doesn't have to be something where you're
Male from a female.
to make good food. Off of what we got. So, pop this.
I think the females have 4, don't they, Sharon?
Clean up on aisle 6.
Of what?
4 little nubs on the bottom of them.
Go in here.
Yeah.
Give this a quick stir. Add a few extra goodies to it.
Yeah, the female bell pepper are sweeter.
It's gonna come out nice. There we go. Get it all stirred together. Yeah, look at that. All stirred together. That's it. All right. You extra little goodies here. Oh. Same moussard. Oh, looks like I'm running out on this one. That same moussard we used.
That's rude sounding.
Come on now, easy enough.
The good old bottle pop.
That's what you're going to be doing after.
I'm giving a pretty good tap.
I don't know.
This is,
The
as you can tell,
female is supposed to be sweeter.
I do not
Tastes like
measure everything out. I will give you some examples of what you can do. And for example, here, brown sugar. Take a tablespoon of that. Shake that into here. A little bit more. Just like I said, is flavoring your taste. So, whether I give you a recipe, it is not engraved in stone, believe me.
And if, pardon me, this is where I went on the hunt for the molasses that seems to have disappeared.
I'll be right back.
So I thought we still had molasses in the house. Apparently
it
we
might have
did
been
not.
on the door
I looked.
in the kitchen
So-
pantry. That's where I had a lot of that stuff for a while.
Yep. I
forgot
looked. That's why I ended up
Hey, ladies and
subbing the
germs, well,
syrup.
it turns out I didn't have any molasses, so substituted about a tablespoon and a half of syrup for that. So
What kind of syrup did you use?
Maple,
it'll help caramelize just like the
just
molasses
maple syrup,
did.
basic maple syrup for
Stir everything
pancakes.
Up here also, you'll notice I changed tins as much as we had that other one. Kind of got a little sloppy, so rather than
Yeah, to my knowledge, we haven't even opened the one that Chris sent.
yeah, it's kind of huge.
No,
But,
we haven't opened that
that's
one
all
yet.
right. It'll cook it a little bit faster. So get this sucker out on the grill, get it rolling, and we got a storm coming in, so I'm gonna try and do that real quick. I may or may not show you pictures from the grill, depending on whether or not I get a grill in the rain to get this bad boy finished up. Shouldn't take more than 20, 25 minutes tops. And hey, then we are ready to roll, and it's time to get the feed on. So see you in a bit.
And strap on the feed bag.
Yep. And then here's the last one before the final result.
Hi, Frostbite.
Howdy, Frostbite.
Hello.
All right, guys, I'm going to do this now because the wind is kicking up and it's going to come down cats and dogs here in a little bit. The grill will survive, and so will the beans. But you can see we got them going here, and put it in under indirect flame, indirect heat, sorry. So low, and keep it on low. So you get a low all the way across, and it'll kick up a little warm in there. That's what you want it to do. So let it sit for about 20 minutes, and we'll be good to go.
And the last one has not pulled down yet, I don't believe. I'm going to try here real quick and see if I can get this last one that shows everything, the final result of, with everybody getting their feet on.
Welcome to the group, Frostbite.
Welcome, welcome.
I will be right back.
Yep. Okay. And that is the final one. So let's just play it from here. Yep. All right, we're going to play this one straight from here. So give me 1 second. And we will share on out. And this is, ladies and germs, the end result of the feed for tonight.
All right, boys and girls, here we go. So there's the beans finished. And yeah, we went and got macaroni salad and potato salad. Like I said, you don't have to make everything by scratch in order to make some good food. You just grab stuff and you make adjustments with it. That's the coleslaw Sheriff whipped up. And going past the dog over here, we got the final product of the barbecue. Oh, and Mama put it on the bread already, so you can't see that. No cheating there. Oh, see, look, there you go. Ta-da! All right, so there you have it. Pulled beef barbecue with baked beans and coleslaw and macaroni salad and potato salad. Enjoy.
And ladies and germs, that is that, as they say. So that is the whole shooting match for tonight.
That looked really good.
Yeah, it actually was. I've gotten to eat some of it while I was downloading, and Mama and Sheriff were talking for me. So the one thing that I got pointed out that I could have added to the beans, probably would have brought things up, is if I'd have done some bacon and then cut that up. Probably could have done that. We'll next time we get around to doing some baked beans, we'll try a slightly different recipe with that, and I'll leave myself a post-it note to remember to go with that. So.
You could actually use like that crumbled bacon that you have in the refrigerator.
Yeah, well,
and it will flavor it as well as the regular bacon without all the fat.
yes, that's part of my thing though. Is I like when I'm going to do something like that. I'm gonna do that thicker cut bacon with the either the applewood or the hickory smoked. I'm not sure which would be better with the beans yet. We'll have to play around with that. I think I might actually back up a step and just stick with the hickory for the baked beans. But yeah, I'd do the thicker cut bacon, probably half a package of that cut down into squares to cook it up. Not completely crispy, but get it well done, and then crumble it in over the beans, and let that cook.
Now, if you were going to not use the slow cooker and put it in a
I'm out of beans.
And put it in the smoker, and you would want to use the same kind of bacon flavor that you would use for your wood. So if you're going to use the apple wood, then use the apple smoked. If you're going to use the hickory, then use the hickory smoked. That way everything has the same instead of two different flavors.
Yeah, Sheriff's our smoker up here. Sorry. I do more playing with the gas grill. I think I've found ways we talked about. I've found ways to do the gas grill that most people don't do.
Yeah.
So, hey, long as you can understand direct heat versus indirect heat, and sit there and yeah, I did get brown sugar in the beans on that, Donna. Absolutely. But as long as you can get brain fart. Long as you can get the heat turned down or modulate your heat a little bit, and be able to work both direct and indirect heat wise on it, you're good to go. Hey, Doris, you missed all the good videos, so you got to go back and pick them up now. So we actually went through and did piece by piece raw footage. Oh my God, of me doing the pulled beef and beans tonight. So I'm sorry, Sheriff, you were going to say?
Also, you could actually use your grill as a smoker.
Yeah.
And what you do is you just turn the heat off on the side that you're going to cook on,
Hmm.
so you don't have any heat right there. And you put over where your flames is put your little aluminum trays or whatever
Yep.
with your wood chips in it.
Yep. And your water. Yep.
And you can smoke it like that.
Yep. So, oh, hey, this may look like it was a huge feast. It actually wasn't. It was a big tin, Donna. It it was one of my catering tins. Because the smaller one that I started out using, as you saw, I slopped all over, and I knew as soon as we got the things bubbling and cooking up in there, and I went to go stir up the beans on the grill, I was going to slop all over the bottom of the grill, and that's extra cleaning that I'm just not ready to do yet. So
We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him on that smoker for too long.
yeah, that's the next thing we're going to play with. So, and then once we get the fire pit set up out back, I get a bricked up grill going out back there.
Get you some cast iron.
Yep, and we'll get a brick smoker going up in there as well. So we'll see how that works out. But that's another video for another day for another year. We're not to that point yet. So first thing we got to do is finish clearing that lot next door and get everything fenced in. And believe me, we'll we'll get to the point where I'm able to take the phone, my cell phone, and go walking around doing outside stuff, and get you guys walking around where we'll ultimately end up having the chickens and the fruit trees and the garden itself. So we'll have walkthroughs on lots of stuff. Plus we got lots of stuff that's going to be planted around the outside edges with the fencing, with some welded wire and chicken wire to be used as climbers for beans and for blackberries and raspberries. And I think we may actually even try and see if we can get strawberries to grow vertically. Haven't quite worked that one out yet. We gotta talk about that. Either that or we'll start them in a box and have the chicken wire underneath them so they can intertwine in the chicken wire as they come down. And get that going so it doesn't take over. Strawberries, as you know, when you plant them horizontally, it tries to take over everything. And they're lovely. They're a lot of fun to eat. They're nice, but they're a pain in the butt. So, yeah, we had lots of ideas. Take a little acre spot and turn it into something that produces a lot. So, over time, as we're growing this up and growing with everybody, we'll get some more stuff out there. So, and there's going to be some life hacks. I've got to go this week. I'm going to try and go down to Home Depot and finish getting the workbench cleared off out in the garage. If we can get it back down to a reasonable temperature instead of being a setting for London broil, and put together the next week or so a completely manual well pump that you can use and drop down and get water out when you have no power and you don't have any kind of a battery backup or any kind of a generator to run your power and your pump and everything. So yeah, up here where we're at, a lot of places in the country, people are on well water instead of on city water. So you lose your power and you lose your water. Well, that doesn't quite work. So took around. Hey, CW, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. You're gonna have to wind back and go watch the all the videos of the how to make your pulled beef barbecue. But we've looked at a lot of videos on a lot of different ways to make pumps and it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And unless you've got a shallow well, we're on deep wells. A lot of folks that are up in the mountains are going to be on deeper wells. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make a deeper well manual pump that you can do without breaking the bank. So we'll get all that put together and have fun. Yeah, that's one of the things that we are actually going to do, Donna. Is I am going to make Mama a excuse me a greenhouse that she can work off of. On the one side, we'll have it as just a simple raised bed. She can start to do stuff in. And on the other side, I plan on doing shelves that she can put her starter kits in to transfer out into the garden, and maybe even cook some smart cook. Sheesh. It's been a long day. Grow some stuff over the winter. The cool thing is the plans I got are real neat. You open the top up and you can vent the heat out in the summer so it doesn't get too hot. And then in the wintertime, all it requires is one simple small electric space heater. So I'm going to be looking into a couple of those and see what what in fact is doable and is relatively safe to keep running, because obviously you don't want to run it and then turn it off, and then run it and then turn it off. You run the risk of freezing stuff out. So was told me grow your own garden. Yeah, and you're right. Times are fixing to get tough. I believe that. I believe that in my heart, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Number one is to try and keep folks together. Help some folks grow their channels too. Show folks that you don't have to be a culinary whiz. You don't have to be a chef. You just follow your heart. You follow your head. You look at the basic recipes that people put out there, and good God, there's a million of them. I got over 300 of them on my Facebook timeline. If they haven't started deleting them, um, and we're the more you can do. Mama's going to get into canning, so we'll have some videos on canning at one point. For that part, she's going to take over, and I'm just going to kind of sit there and look cute. Um, yeah, right. And be the helper, because she's the expert on canning. She's been doing all the reading and the research on that. And we'll do that. We got the dehydrator going. We actually dehydrated out our first batch of tomatoes, and not really hot peppers. They're mildly hot peppers. So I'm going to get in and put those into the the bullet and see how much I can dice those up. And if I can do them well enough, then we'll see. We'll see if we can't start coming up with some of our own spice combinations, and if they work, maybe we'll give some samples away and see what it is. So yeah, sorry, Donna. Gotta. Sometimes we just work that way, in and out on stuff. So yeah, we got a lot of content over time we're going to put up here. I'd love to tell you we're going to race through and get everything up all at once, but hey, unfortunately we're a working family, and we had time limitations on stuff. So we'll try and get something up, at least some cooking stuff every week, and get that up and going. And we'll just try and get a little something up, and hopefully over time we'll have enough content where it'll be something that everybody can go through and find a specific topic that they're looking on. I'll try and get tags on everything. I'm still learning how this works, and it'll be a growing process for all of us together. So, and that's about all I got on barbecue. Sheriff, you got anything else on barbecue? Oh, I put him to sleep. Well,
Yeah, that's a good question.
yeah. Ricky, how about you? You got anything else on barbecue?
I do have one for hamburgers.
Okay, I was say you guys are kind of in a whole different area out there in Arizona. So
Yeah.
it's
The thing is though, I'm propane instead of wood.
ain't nothing. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know I'm on propane up here,
Oh yeah.
so there's
Um,
nothing wrong with that. What you got?
I typically I take about 5 pounds of hamburger if I'm making the patties from scratch. Because 4 people I have to feed myself, my wife, and 2 boys. Both under the age of 10, and they can pack some hamburgers away.
Yep.
um, so what we do is we grab a couple of sweet onions, like I would say reasonably sized, not anything too crazy. Um, dice up about one and a half, depending of course on how much meat you're prepping. Um, and throw in some mesquite rub and go. Thank you. Go. I'm trying to talk. Thank you. Yeah.
That's the junior
Um,
chef.
yeah, that would be the youngest. But you turn around, you season it to taste. Where for me, I don't know if you've seen on the last streams, but I use Italian seasoning, garlic pepper, garlic salt, minced onions, onion powder. Um, Basically, I use like 7 to 10 different things for my meat. And as it's cooking, if I'm feeling inventive, I'll throw some liquid smoke on it while it's cooking. And we're talking when it's pressed out, a hamburger patty that's like a good inch and a half thick.
Nice.
So it does take a bit of time to cook and render down. But if you're feeling kind of crazy, you can do like if you have those um, the patty maker or whatever, where it makes it into circles. You can make 2 quarter pounders and throw sliced cheese in the middle, and basically crimp it all the way around,
Nice.
and you've got an inverted cheeseburger. So as you take a bite, you'll get the melted cheese on the middle.
Cool.
But yeah, it usually takes about half an hour to make it, and then 20 minutes to cook it on the barbecue.
Nice. Cool beans. Donna, you want to see me cook a ham? Well, I got to tell you, fair warning.
His hams are bomb.
Say what?
Your ham is bomb.
Well, I haven't done a whole lot of ham because, to truth told, in the house here, the preference is for turkey as opposed to ham during the holidays. But I tell you what, I will see what we can do as we go through this year. Y'all are going to have a nice treat as we get a little farther down. As you have already heard, as Misty is, excuse me, from Canada, and as such, we celebrate not one but 2 Thanksgivings in this house. Part of the reason why I look more like the country ham than the average person. Because I'm gonna tell you what, Misty puts on the stuffing she makes, and she does from scratch, usually using her. I don't know whether we're gonna do it this year because the summer savory didn't come up this year, so I'm not sure. Might have to have great grandma ship some summer savory back down, but that's starting to get expensive to get back across the border. Um, but Misty throws together this amazing stuffing using summer savory as the primary spice for it, and it is absolutely phenomenal. Um, so I get that go around, and then we do a little something different when it comes time for ours. But it's 2 turkeys, one for each holiday. So we get that going. I will see if I can wrangle her into letting me cook a small ham, and we'll see how that goes. Now, pineapples and cherry. I'll be honest with you, Donna. I've used pineapples. I'm not a huge cherry fan. So I don't generally tend to do cherries with my ham. What I do is I use the glaze that they usually provide, and I also add in cloves. Not the shredded up or anything, but the whole cloves. I'll take, for example, if it's a canned ham, and I know some of you are going to go, ah! But yeah, you can do canned hams. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, not everything's got to be the hard way, and it does. But the pineapple and the glaze will do that too. Will give it a sweet taste too. Um, but when I do the canned hams, I'll crosshatch the top of it, and then at every intersection, we'll get a clove down in there, and then lay the pineapple over the top of it. For that, I'll generally use either the pineapple chunks or the crushed pineapple. I've found, because what you can do is you can spread the ham where you've um, crisscrossed it, and get some of that. Actually, Misty just walked by. I think she's getting coffee. Hang on, Doris. But I think you can get some of the pineapple down in the wedges to soak down into deeper into that ham. So you can do that,
I'm here, Doris.
and then dribble on the brown sugar if you want to do brown sugar. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. So I promise you, when we get to a little closer into holiday season, Donna, for you, I will make sure we do an episode, if you will, on ham and turkey. So I'm not going to be able to fill the whole thing up with ham, because I don't have that many varieties of it when it comes to doing that for the holidays.
And I will show you guys how I make my turkey.
Yeah, well, see,
It literally falls off the bone.
yep, I already ratted you out that you're going to have to show them how you do your stuffing. So, yeah, so.
I've tried smoking a turkey, but man, it's hard to stay or keep them lit.
One of these times, I don't think it's going to be this year. At least not for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, we get two of them here.
The Canadian. I was just explaining that to him. At least not for the Canadian Thanksgiving, but for one of these, I think we are going to do. I have had this dream. Don't ask why. It just is, of doing a deep fried turkey.
I need to get some of my Canadian friends to send me some summer savory.
Yeah, I was just telling him we might have to have great grandma send down another bottle or two of summer savory, but
yeah, because I tried growing and it wouldn't grow.
Yeah, it's some expensive stuff. So we'll talk with Chris and maybe see if we can get Chris to send some down.
Jace, if you're gonna deep fry a turkey, do it out on the driveway.
Yeah,
because that thing is gonna friggin'
Also,
go nuts.
Well,
also you can do this. You can drop your turkey in and fill it up with water to see where it comes to over the turkey. Your line.
Yep.
And put your turkey in and put your oil in, not up to that line, but halfway in between. That way you know that it's going to come up to that line.
Yep.
That way you don't have those big old fires.
Donna, he has a bad habit of doing that to everybody.
No, we've done it twice.
And Richard's licking his lips.
we did it. We did it twice. Donna posted at the same time I was talking about. You and I at one point will do an episode or two on canning, and Donna's like, as soon as I said that, she was typing it in. So like, stay out of my head. And then we started talking about doing the hams, and I mentioned the deep fried turkey about the same time she posted it. So we're
Yeah.
Donna and I seem to be locked in on the food tonight.
Howdy,
And I was
Steve.
looking through recipes tonight, guys, and I come across one that's old for canning fish, and it works for any kind of fish.
So we'll do that too. And as I said, that's
And y'all
one of the things we want to show everybody to make sure everybody's got experience and some ideas on how to do a little bit of everything. Because I'm afraid, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm afraid we got some tough times that are coming. So
And if you guys can come up with anything that you would like us to try and do for you, feel free to comment on it.
sure,
Put it in the
absolutely.
comment section, and we'll see what we can do.
Absolutely. One of these next ones we're going to do, if I can convince Mama to let me record her while she's doing it, is her making her liver and onions.
Yeah, because I don't do it the way most people do it.
Oh yeah,
I don't
Never been a
soak
fan.
it in milk.
that's
No.
okay. That's okay. You don't have to be a fan.
Ain't gonna be no stuffing. It's gonna be cornbread dressing. That's just the thing.
For me, it's not so much the watching it cooked or smelling it being cooked or anything like that. To me, the taste, it's just like, okay, it just too much iron.
Okay,
like-
well, Richard, what is your opinion of the dressing that I make?
Oh, that's good.
Let's stuff it. Let's stuff it.
That's freaking amazing.
Yep.
But for liver and onions,
I know you don't need it.
That's all right. We'll
You
get
know
him.
what we should do is do one of your cheeseburger meatloaf.
Yep. We'll do a cheeseburger meatloaf as soon as it cools down a little bit. I also want to do the
Never had chicken gizzards, Doris.
also want to do the bacon Brussels. So
Hmm.
yeah, chicken. Sheriff might actually be better about knowing a little more about the chicken gizzards, because I know you've
Oh
done.
no. Oh no. I don't do gizzards and I don't do livers. No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, having tiny little toddlers running around the house is great because my youngest just came and grabbed my plate, saw it was empty, and took it out to the kitchen for me.
Nice.
That's cool.
Before we leave,
So-
I want to see our grandbaby.
Oh, yeah. 1 second.
Yep. Ay.
All
I
have to
wish
do is
they
say,
lived
"Hey,
closer,
share
guys.
this over here."
Yeah,
I'd
it
have
would.
so much
It would
fun.
be a different. It would be a different story.
That?
Okay.
That's a charger for your line.
There's Mr.
There he is.
T.
Hey
Hi,
T.
Trajan. He's all nervous.
Oh, God.
He can't. Hang on.
Hi,
Put that.
cutie.
Here, I'm going to take the headset out.
Hello.
Hello, Trajan.
Hello.
Hello. In there. You hear me?
Can you hear
Yeah,
us
there's
Yep,
not
we can
much
hear you just fine.
difference on how you guys look.
okay? But we match.
He's
Yes, you do.
a spitting image of you when you were his age, Richard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are you doing with? What's that behind you?
That's
behind Grandpa? That's just
That's a picture, Trajan.
here. Let me show you. Let me get out the way.
Where is it?
No.
Peekaboo.
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 No. Yeah, you can't tell Donna that he's my son at all. And
Right,
you want to know
Moochie.
something crazy? I'm 5'11", okay?
I'm 4 still. Ah!
Get it?
Yeah.
Tell him how old he is now.
He's only 4. He's
Yep.
only 4, and he already comes up to here on me.
Hey, Trajan.
What?
Trajan, the next time you come and Grandpa comes pick you up at the airport, maybe you yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you come and push Grandpa around in the cart for a little bit, huh?
Hello.
Hello. There's Mama.
Hello, hon.
Hello, darlings.
Hello. Hi.
You taking a break?
Good. Yes.
Yes.
Fortunately.
Well, we actually got videos up tonight for you on how we did the pulled beef and
Right, my shirt.
and the beans. Let's see, Mama, what?
All Mama wants is a silent night.
Uh-huh.
Silent night? Yeah.
Yeah, never happens with kids.
No.
Actually, hold on. We have the key to that happening. Ladies and gentlemen, the one important key to Mama having a quiet night, yes, ladies and germs, it's duct tape. Duct tape is the secret key to Mama having a quiet night. Yeah, buddy. Duct tape, now 1,002 uses.
Right. Redneck timeout. Put them on the wall.
That's right.
Don't even go there. We told my son and my stepson to watch our daughter.
Oh, they didn't.
Okay. It got quiet. Then all of a sudden we hear snickering and laughing. So I go in the bedroom where they're supposed to be watching her. She's nowhere to be found.
Oh no.
I said, "Where is your sister? I hear her. Where?"
Yeah.
And of course, my son's about to roll all in the floor, laughing.
Hi, Rick.
And he points at the door. And I'm looking at the door, and I pull the door back too. And there she is, duct taped to the back of the door.
Oh, jeez.
About 3 foot off the floor.
Oh, wow.
Well, they were watching her.
I had to laugh. I got mad, but I had to laugh. And I said, "You ain't going to believe this," and called my wife in there to see this. She said, "All right, you two, what'd you do with Topanga?" I said, "Have a look at the back of the door." She went ballistic on them. I was like, "Yeah, now you're in for it."
It sounds like that old Cosby where Mama grabs out the yardstick and goes, "I have had enough of this," and then proceeds to whoop the kids. So,
My mom used to break wooden spoons on the countertop. She never hit us, but she always broke them on the countertop. When she did that, we knew she was mad.
Oh, I got whacked with a wooden spoon a time or two, and let me tell you something. That'll leave an impression on you. It is not as bad as the old phrase of "go and get a switch," which is not just physical corporal punishment; it is also a mind game. I'm gonna tell you what. Any of y'all from that same generation that have had to do that, you were out there standing in front of the tree going, "All right, if I grab that one, they're gonna send me back out here. All right, that one will break my spine. All right, we'll try this one." Yeah, so that's a whole game with that. Hey, I want to roll back for a second. Donna had something up here I want to put up. Talking about meatloaf. Donna, that's not. I haven't tried all that in the middle of it.
No, I actually didn't, Rick.
That's an interesting one. I think
That sounds good, though.
I was gonna say I think we will go ahead and give that one a shot. Now, question: Did you leave when you mashed the potatoes? Did you leave the skin on, or did you take skin off? That's an important question. And was it the big regular taters, or was it the smaller taters, the like the multicolored pack?
They're enough to piss people off.
Yeah, well, We'll see what we got here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then they'd strip the leaves off of it, all but the last 3 or 4,
Oh yeah.
so you
Yep.
could hear it coming.
Regular white potatoes. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, we can give that a shot. We can give that a shot. I'd also thought of doing not inside, but around the outside edges, especially
Yeah.
if we were doing it raised up so that the grease dripped out underneath. But I also thought about taking potatoes O'Brien and putting it around the outside edge and doing it with that because that goes real well with ketchup too. Dag nabbit. So yeah, we'll have to give that a shot. We'll have to give it a shot. And Rick, I tell you what, I promise you, when we do that episode, I will give you a heads up so that you don't have to be there, so that you don't have to get you don't have to get sick on that one.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So you-
I think the worst I ever did to get in trouble was I don't know if you guys are familiar with the old haylofts, the old style where they've got like in the rafters they've got storage, like a platform that's open. My aunt, who is only like 2.5 years older than I am, and I were up there smoking a cigarette, and there's loose hay and all that up there. My grandfather came up to see where we had disappeared to because we were supposed to be loading the hay into the barn, and my aunt sticks a cigarette behind her back and drops it, and didn't get a chance to step back to step on it. And he's standing there talking. I think he knew what we had done. And all of a sudden, smoke starts curling up around behind us. And that was one of those times where we got the switch and got grounded for, I think it was about a month. He drove us back and forth to school and the whole bit. We weren't allowed out of his sight, basically.
And no worries, Rick. Hey, look, dude, I understand. You know, when you're talking food, not everybody is going to be joyous on everything, and that's cool.
No.
That's not a big deal. We don't want to make you uncomfortable with any one particular thing. So if there is something that you're not comfortable with, we'll give you advance notice that it's coming up on one of the shows, and that way you can kind of go, hey, I'm gonna go in this direction for this week. Y'all have a nice weekend, and that's cool. Hey, we get it. Not a big deal. One thing I did want to put in, Donna's got up there talking about wrapping bacon around stuff. Let me show you a little something we played with not that long ago. I think it is one of the ones that is in my welcome video, but just in case it's not, here is bacon wrapped cheese dogs. And let me tell you something. Oh, these turned out good.
Weren't those ones that have the cheese in the middle too?
Uh-huh. They were indeed. And you can see some of the cheese leaking out on them. So, oh yeah. These were the bomb. Let me see here. Because there's one. This is how they ended up. If it'll start. Sorry, y'all. See, I got all kinds of photos on this. So, yeah. This is, and actually what we ended up doing was putting barbecue, not ketchup, on it. And damn if that didn't work real well. So, yeah, you got all kinds of different varieties with stuff you can play with bacon. So, So, let's see here. And Rick was.
Oh wow, Rick! I'm sorry to hear that.
Ugh.
Okay. This is sorbet.
Wow. Holy crow!
Oh wow!
You got a sorbet maker?
It's ice cream, sorbet, milkshake, and something else.
Okay, I want one.
It's called the Ninja Creamy.
So let's see. Mama wants herself a creamy ninja for Christmas.
Oh, shit.
But this was a can of diced pineapples.
Nice.
wow.
So the pineapple chunks.
Okay.
But I will be right back. I have to go and deliver.
Yeah, he doesn't spoil her or anything.
No, not at all.
No.
And y'all want to be talking about big servings? That's a big serving right there. And Rick, I'm sorry about that. That sucks, dude. I tell you what, we will find a way to easy into stuff around that. So, because one of the episodes we're going to talk about, oh my God, is actually Hamburger Helper, and the multiple different ways you can do Hamburger Helper, as part of the boxes or the meals that they do, or you can whip it up yourself. And as we roll into that, what we'll end up doing is rolling into a video of Mama making what we call her macaroni and tomatoes. A lot of folks know it as goulash.
Yeah, I do it different, guys.
And going through that, I'm gonna tell you what, that goulash is the bomb. So that'll keep you going. And I'm gonna let Misty talk for a minute because I got two dogs that have been pestering me for about 15 minutes to go outside here. So I will be right back before we wrap up.
Or not.
That makes Spanish rice too, which is pretty much.
She does Spanish rice different than what you get at restaurants now. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's better.
And easy. It's one pot meal. I love meals that are like that. And I have a lot of different recipes in my head for I don't know what anybody's background is here, but I come from a family where my mom was single and raising us on one income. So we did a lot of like low budget meals. So I've got a lot of that I don't have recipes for. It's all in my head. Actually, the way I do it, Donna, it's really easy. It takes like 20 minutes, half an hour to make it. Yes, Rick, I did cut his hair a little bit ago. But yeah, I have a lot of low budget type meals that I can show you guys.
One of the good ones that I make for low budget meals is egg noodles and pesto sauce.
Yeah.
I do like a low budget meal too, and it's kielbasa, potatoes, and cabbage.
Oh,
Yeah, you made that here that one time.
and that's good too. Let me tell you. So, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Did I cut my hair? Well, let's see. By the letter of the law, no, I didn't. I got sheared. Mama got a hold of the clippers one night and went to town, and it was bad. No, it got to the point where it was just too hot for the summer. So we cut it off. I'm letting it grow back. Don't worry. I'll be back to the Conan the After Years this winter, and we'll see whether or not I get the curls back. I'm not betting on anything, but Lord only knows what'll happen. So we'll have to see how
And
that.
Donna, I got a
plays
meal
out.
I can do up for you guys that uses homemade noodles using just egg and flour.
Yep.
That I
Yeah,
can do up.
my stepmom took the number threes to me.
Uh-huh.
Well, my hair was about 4 inches long.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's
It
it.
was annoying the hell out of me.
Uh-huh. See, all you Arizona guys with the dry heat stuff. Uh-huh.
Well,
Get it down to your shoulders where you can put it in a ponytail, and then we'll talk.
no.
Yeah.
Do you think we got enough rain tonight that I don't need to worry about watering?
Probably not, but it's after dark at this point, and I wouldn't water anyhow. I'll just get you up in the morning, and you can water in the morning.
Okay.
So, because you're going to water in the morning, and I'm gonna go run the mower in the front yard in the morning.
Yeah.
So, because I'm
Oh, and Donna, the
not
next
getting into the
part
middle
of
of the
that
heat on.
video I posted today will be out tomorrow.
So, yeah. And and I'm gonna tell you what, her Spanish rice may be hard to make, not, but it is yummy, 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 yummy. I actually like it better than the macaroni and tomatoes, but shh, don't tell Misty I said that.
It uses pretty much the same thing.
I know. It's just you prefer the noodles, I prefer the rice. So, that's a one of our few differences. So, uh yeah, we
Yeah,
could
Rick, I make enough for a small army.
yeah, she
I
does.
haven't learned
Oh,
how to cook small amounts.
and Sheriff, we were talking volumes earlier. There's enough that's still in that crock pot off that 4-pounder that I think we probably could have fed another 3 people on. So talking about doing 16 people, maybe three of those chuck roasts. I think you could probably get away with that, and maybe have a little bit left over,
Well,
or get it all done up.
you always calculate
Yeah.
a pound per person.
Yeah.
And we still got to get together and figure out a basic central area that people can get together at.
Oh, Jace,
Yep.
I don't know if you have the pictures that I sent you, or Mom, for the chuck roast that I got.
No,
No.
I don't think I saw them.
Last I saw was the one that you sent me. Sorry. Last I saw was the ones you sent me on the what was it? The TIE fighter and the X-wing.
I'm
Okay.
looking. Oh, I
But
think I do have it.
yeah,
Good. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Terrible.
yeah, it's right above the
I
last
got
few
it.
things I sent you. But show everybody the marbling on that.
Hang on.
And that was picked up locally on, like here in town for like $14 for a huge 3-pound chuck roast that I cubed up.
I got it.
Okay. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Here you go. Nice. And I'll be right back. The dogs want in.
Now that's some freaking marbling on some meat.
Here, I'll show you the original. That's how it looked before he cut it, I think. Or was that halfway?
Yeah, that was halfway. That's the original.
That's nice.
But the marbling on that meat, it's going to render down so nice. Because we're planning on using it for,
Waddle.
we're planning on using it for stew meat.
What's that? Chuck roast?
Yeah, I cubed it up and we're gonna use it for stew meat in the crock pot. And that fat is gonna render down so nice and flavor the
Okay,
meat.
Donna.
Nice. All right, Donna. We'll catch up at one point.
Yeah, Doris, I use stewed tomatoes too.
Yep. Oh, y'all gonna go crazy when you see me doing my stuff for spaghetti. Woo. Yeah. Notice the smile on Ricky's face. What you ain't seeing is the smile on Mama and Sheriff's face.
And nor will you, as long as there's a mushroom around my
Half of this is from them.
Yeah, we gave Ricky the starter kit.
Starter kit.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, when we came out to visit, it was just like, fuck.
he doesn't have the full blown. He's just got the
full-blown
starter
keg.
kit. Yeah. Ugh.
I've got the mini keg,
Yeah, he's got the pony keg. Ugh.
but no, I don't think. How many times did Nicole end up passing out because of food coma when we were out there? Like three,
Every
4
day,
times?
pretty much.
pretty much every night. Yeah. So, hey, I've said it before. If you walk away from my table hungry, it's your own damn fault. You will not walk
Yeah.
away from my table from lack of choice. You will not walk away from my table from lack of food to have.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
I
change
Go
the
ahead.
topic real quick. Amanda turned around and made a comment on my tadpole video part, saying they look like little sperm.
well, yeah,
I tiny human.
I'm not lying. That's not inaccurate. With it kind of wiggle around,
Uh-huh.
as
Yeah.
they're swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard, that's one video that the kids could actually watch.
Yeah,
The
I'll throw it
summer
on for them.
2022.
Yep. You just have to explain to them what sperm is.
No, we don't.
Yeah, that's a conversation for an 8 and a 4-year-old to have. That is for one of my 3D printing projects, buddy. Yeah. He brought over this.
Nice.
Huh.
Is that one of your
Speaking of which, we got to figure out how to get that car to you.
Yep. Oh, we got to get more than a car.
Yeah.
We still got to get the drum set. We got to get the guitar.
Oh, look at the look.
Hey, we are supporting our grandchildren's
Musical career.
musical experience. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, their musical education.
That's right. Thank you.
Please go and watch.
Actually,
the movie.
Toyman said that he could set it up, figure out a
That's fine.
small set
Put that
that has
back.
everything to it.
Oh, that'll work. There you
Yeah,
go.
You
it's
put together
not,
yourself.
not a toy.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap this one up. We have, I think, done kicked barbecue to the death over this one. Thank all of you for coming. We appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for your thoughts, for your suggestions, for your participation. Before we go, if anybody wants to put links in, feel free. We'll leave it up here for another minute so people get their links in. Misty, please put yours in. Sheriff's put yours in. Ricky, put yours in. Drop them all. Drop them all. That's part of what we do here. Is
And
positive growth for everybody. Oh,
and
sorry.
I will be online tonight.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go check and make sure. Doggone it! I got salad sitting out here and I didn't bring a fork. What a nut! I got wrapped around those baked beans. Oh, I got to make sure we put those up. So let's see if we can find Misty's and get her link up here, and then
I'm
Sheriff.
doing it right now.
Okay, Sheriff, you getting your link up there, buddy?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No. All right, that's an option.
Yeah, I will be on in approximately an hour.
Okay.
Once
Yeah.
the gremlin goes down.
The gremlin goes down. All right. Nicely said.
No, I don't typically stream because I'm focused on that. And I don't want to have to worry about the kiddos while I'm trying to focus on this.
Gotcha. Nope. Understood.
So-
Understood. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Y'all have a good night. We will see you next week. I'm not sure what our topic is going to be next week. We'll have to see what moves us in the way of. We might play with some desserts. We might play with desserts. Somebody has told me she's not going to do another one of her torts again for a while. But then again, she got looking at the recipe book tonight and saw all kinds of cheesecake stuff.
Oh yeah. By the way, Mom,
Yeah.
I have nearby Grandma Lutz's chocolate oatmeal cake.
And you're sending me the recipe, right?
Well, if you guys happen to do desserts,
Yeah, I can. If you send me the full recipe, I can do it for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this would be known as familial negotiations.
well,
Otherwise,
considering I have a recipe book like this from Grandma Lou's.
I was to say,
Oh, you're
otherwise
gonna
known
bring it
as
with you when you come to visit, right?
when the son holds things over the mother's head.
Make sure
Maybe.
you got a lot of ink in that copier.
Right? I'm going to have to basically photocopy everything and bring it out.
Well, no, just
Or-
bring the whole cookbook, and I'll just handwrite what I want out.
Actually, I have a better idea. I'll scan everything in and send it to you in an email.
That works.
There you go.
That works. Then we can use our printer.
I was say, so Mom will burn our ink up.
That's what I was saying. Y'all feel you ain't?
Oh, I put in the bigger ink cartridges. They've got XL cartridges now that instead of doing 100 pages, we'll do 300 pages before you have to reload.
That won't be.
I
I
can
have-
print that in one day.
I have Excel cartridges in mine, Jace,
Yep.
and printing out pictures and stuff like that for the boys to color. We burned through not the one I put in, but that one and 2 more XL black cartridges
I believe it.
in one day.
I believe it.
A ream and a half of paper.
I believe it. Your boys are active colorers. When they were down here, they went through those coloring books we got. So yeah. Yep. So next time you come down, we'll make sure in advance Grandpa goes and gets some more coloring books in the age appropriate all. And
I'm gonna
the
take
other
off.
so
gonna get
yeah,
ready
Donna's
for
wrapping up.
everything.
Donna, good night. Ricky, good night. Thank you
Have
for
a good night,
stopping in.
everybody.
Sheriff, thank you for being up here. Mama, thank you as always for being up here.
No worries.
And
Good
everybody,
night, everybody.
we will see you again a week from today. Yep, we're going to keep doing them regularly Saturday nights. Have a good evening, all.
Later, Cages.